What's up, everyone? I'm the one, the only Jack Slater. Yeah, check us out on Comic Outlaw. Not only that, man, drop us a like and subscribe. We're doing Grievous. Yeah, the Grievous story. 4-part series. General Grievous is out doing his thing, conquering the universe for Darth Sidious. And what plans does he have for the Padawans that he's captured? We'll find out, won't we? And the Jedis that are after him. Now, basically, right now, Grievous is on that this big planet. These are the creatures from Empire Strikes Back. These little guys are miners. They have a lot of raw material, a lot of machines, a lot of guns, and this is stuff that basically they're planning on using, taking over, and just building in their own factories. Actually, they're going to move the Geonosians in, and they send Grievous just to slaughter them, and he's basically just destroying the whole bunch. I mean, these guys have weapons, they have armor, but they're just simply outclassed by the droid army and Grievous. And Grievous almost admires these little creatures, how vicious they are, but still, they must die. They must be swept away. The Trade Federation needs the material. Count Dooku has ordered him, and he must do what he has to, and he slaughters them wholesale. And you gotta love the way Grievous is. Grievous attacks with no mercy, no hesitation, for he is a warrior born, and he will destroy whoever is in his path. And after he tells the people that it's over, he takes the population into control, as prisoner, for he has plans for them. He rounds them all up and puts them in a containment hub, the area in which these creatures live while they work in the outer rings. Meanwhile, a traveler is looking for the Padawan, one of the Jedi that left, for he is no longer Padawan and they are no longer Jedi, for they've left the Order in order to conduct revenge on one General Grievous for the bloodshed he has caused the Jedi Order. And this man meets him, and basically his planet has been taken over and ran down by the Trade Federation. The Padawan explains they don't have much money, and he explains to him that's not what this is about. This is about hatred. This is about hatred for one Grievous. And Grievous is basically going over everything, telling everyone that his mission was complete, and the Geonosians are going to be moving in to take over the technology. And what are they going to do with the current population? Well, of course, Grievous has his own ideas for that, as well as the Padawans that have been taken prisoner, and they're being brought in to the fortress. And the Padawans try to keep a stout heart. They try to stay ready for anything. They try to keep their fear and their emotion at bay, but they're surrounded by the dark side. And the Padawans go to this rundown area on this planet, and basically they're trying to find allies, but the spirit here has been crushed so hard by the Trade Federation. As much as they hate the Trade Federation, they fear them, and most men would give them up right away, but there's still some that wish to fight, still some that wish vengeance. And the pilot takes them to an old meteor base, because basically they drill out the meteors for resources. And basically no one notices because they haven't fought against the Federation in so long. The Federation feels they've been absolutely crushed. Meanwhile, Dooku and Grievous are having a discussion about what to do with the Padawans. Dooku does remind Grievous that they are special. Their essence can be corrupted and turned to the dark side and used for the purposes of the Force. But Grievous says that he has a curiosity about them too, an idea that he pitches to Dooku. Meanwhile, the Padawan, the captain, and the other Jedi are picking up this transmission, garbled. They can barely hear it. They need a translator, so they bring in an R2 unit. And of course, the little R2 unit does his magic, and they're able to pick up the signal, the transmission between Dooku and Grievous. Knowing that they have the Padawans, surprised that they're not dead yet, they must figure out a way to rescue them. And this is where Grievous reveals his plan, that he wants to modify the Padawans, turn them into machines like him, and see if their power can be transferred and used for the Trade Federation and the dark side. half Jedi, half machine, all killer. Meanwhile, they're trying to trace exactly where to find them, and how are they going to spread out between so many planets and systems. Well, they have an idea. They managed to save these from when they were attacked. The current population, these are spy drones. These little guys can go from planet to planet to planet, picking up sensors, picking up pictures, basically anything, and they'll transmit it back. This is how they found the rebels in Empire Strikes Back. These guys are weird looking, but they're fairly efficient. Anyways, they begin their plans to take Grievous down, and Grievous begins his plans for the Padawans. He begins to break their spirit. He begins to destroy them from the inside out, starting with crushing their hope. He stands there and he tells them that you will serve us. And when Padawan steps forward, brave, she reaches for a lightsaber and says she has nothing to fear, as she begins taking on the droid army. And she does take some down, but still, she is outclassed by Grievous, who just grabs her as she unhands the lightsaber. She drops it. As he lifts her up, he wants her to see something, a demonstration of his power and his quote-unquote mercy. He has put all those people into that little hub right there, that living space, and tells them to fire. And a beam comes down from the sky, destroying the entire population. And in that moment, he shows the Padawan his idea of mercy and compassion. And what awaits then, we'll find out the next time.